Celtics Hawks, another one that's going to be over fast. Is this series over before it started? Celtics blew the doors off the Hawks in game 1. They built the lead of like 20 fast. And in the process, served everybody in the NBA that the Boston Celtics are back, right? That they actually are, especially with Giannis going down, maybe the team to beat in the East. 3 takeaways. Trae Young sucks. He's terrible in playoffs. He just really is. Whatever his point number is, when you're betting him, just take the under every single time. The fun levels are at an all-time low for poor Trae. According to Dan Greenberg, how bad is it? Trae Young versus the Celtics guards. Well, versus Derek White, he had 31 possessions, 6 points, and went 2 for 7. Versus Marcus Smart, reigning defensive player of the year, 16 possessions, 5 points, 2 for 6 shooting. Versus Malcolm Brogdon, 2 possessions, 0 points, 0 for 1 shooting. There is nobody that he can score on. Derek White's probably a shoo-in for all defensive NBA team. Brogdon has a defensive rating of 112.6 this year, which is about the same as Derek White's. I have no idea how Trae Young is going to be able to get loose. Second, the Celtics are going to dominate and manage to dominate the Hawks despite the fact that Robert Williams was a non-factor. He was legit the only player on the roster who had a negative -7. And this was despite going 6 for 6 from the field. I don't think he's the same player, and I do not think it matters against a team like the Hawks. And Boston doesn't need him to beat Atlanta. They're 100% going to need him to beat the Sixers. But oh boy, listen, the Hawks feel like they're in trouble. If Trae continues, thirdly, his run of mediocre play in Atlanta, does this mean he's getting traded? I don't mean to be Wojnarowski right now and like move forward too far, but Quinn Snyder is a good coach. And he was brought on to suss out whether Trae Young is the future point guard for this team. And they do feel like they have some major issues to contend with because they've got DeJounte and Trae. If Quinn Snyder wants to build this team to be beating the rest of these Eastern Conference teams like the Celtics and like the Sixers, and I just showed you all of his stats that were boo-boo, what is he going to do? This series could be over in 4 and Trae Young could be moved to some random team in the offseason.